guys, welcome to Notebuddy. This video is a walkthrough tutorial on how to set up and use this system. So as soon as you purchase this template, you would land on this page. Your first step here is to duplicate the template. Click this button on the top right corner to duplicate your template. So on this first page, right under the welcome message, you can see a list of pages. The first on this list is the setup page. Once you open this, you can see different sub-pages. Each of these is dedicated to explaining different sections of Notebuddy. I'm going to skip details of this section as this video serves as a substitute for the written instructions that are given in these sections. You can read these in your own time. Alright, let's head back to the main page. Next up here is the onboarding page. You can see different databases on this page. The page is important because the changes that you make on this page would be reflected on your main dashboard. So it is advised to update this page typically at the beginning of each semester to update your dashboard according to the current semester. And don't worry, you would see a reminder pop up in the notification center on the main dashboard when it is time to update this page. Okay, let's see. The first section is about choosing your current semester. This is fairly an easy section. Simply tick mark your current semester and choose your semester duration. For instance, today is 19th of November. That is my start date, and then to include an end date I will have to toggle on this end date. And let's say my semester is ending on 11th of next month, so a start date and an end date. So next up is the courses database. Simply add a course under each semester. For instance, I'm going to add a course under semester 1 named demo course. Later in this tutorial, I will show you more ways to add courses. Next 3 sections are just about updating filters. So the next one is about today's lectures. Simply go to the filter here and go to rules here. Now you don't have to change the first filter, but for the second you just have to update it according to your current semester. So I'm choosing S1, which means the semester 1. Next up is the homework section. Here you have to set up the filter again, choose your current semester. I'm choosing S1. Now this section has 2 databases, so you want to update both. Likewise for the last section, which is about exams, here I have already updated both the filters to current semester. So that is it for the onboarding page. Let's head to the main dashboard now. Now we are at the main dashboard. Before we look into the use of this dashboard, I want to take a moment to explain how Notebuddy is set up so you can use it more effectively. Generally, the Notebuddy can be divided into 3 sections. The data input sections where you can input data or information, the view section where you can only view information, and the third one is the combination of both. This main dashboard would be an example of the combination type. Here you would see some sections that are just for viewing information and others for inputting data. Now this is a fully functional dashboard, but to understand how this system works, it is best if we start the process backward. So I'm skipping this section right now and going straight into the courses section. Now, how to get there? Go to this advanced navigation system and click on the respective semester. So I'm going to go to semester 1. So here we are on semester 1 and you can see semester specific dashboard. In addition to main dashboard, Notebuddy has semester specific dashboards throughout this system. So you would see a same navigation system on the left side on this page, but with an additional section called courses for this semester. And here you can see a demo course. If you remember, we added this course during the onboarding procedure. If you click on this course, a new page would appear, and here you can see numbers ranging from 1 to 8. These numbers in fact correspond to each semester. So number 1 is for semester 1 and likewise number 8 is for semester 8. Since this course falls under semester 1, I am going to click number 1 here. Give it a few seconds and it will set up the page automatically for this course. So here you can see the same navigation system but a collapsible version and a demo course. So this is one way to add a course. There is another way to add a course. If we simply go back to semester 1 click on this plus new sign and it would automatically show 1. I would just press backspace and rename this subject or course. So the course or subjects are interchangeable terms. I would recommend that you go to vocabulary section in the setup page and read those terminologies so it would be easy for you to understand. Right, so let me rename this. Let's say physiology. Now this section is automatically added here. Before I explain different sections on this page, I want to explain how you can automate the process of setting up courses. If you see the new button here, click here, a drop down menu will appear and you can see the same pages that I already showed you before from 1 to 8, each corresponding to its semester. All you have to do is to make this template default for the current semester. So right now we are in semester 1 and this one is the default template. So what if we are in semester 2? Let's go to semester 2. Give it a few seconds. And if I want to add a new course here, you can clearly see 2 here because I have set up the 2 as the default template in semester 2. So I do not have to click an additional button. See, 2 is the default template here in semester 2. Now if you understand, let's go back to semester 1. In semester 1 and let's talk about the courses section. So there are different sections on this page, but before that I want to take a few seconds to explain about this navigation system. So I say this is an advanced navigation system because it really is. This makes this whole system works like an app. So first here we have back to dashboard. By clicking on this button you can directly go back to the main dashboard. And from the main dashboard you can go to semester 1 and likewise for rest of the semesters. And other section on this navigation system is the semester 1, and this section is different for each semester. So in semester 2 you will have this section which would be containing all the materials related to that semester and courses for this semester. So kind of obsessed with this section of this system. On the right side we have chapters, lectures, and then homework, topic review sections, weekly lectures, and study flashcard section. Let me explain. On the right side, the first section is about chapters. So for every course or subject that we take in a semester, there are a few chapters or modules included in that course, and every lecture we take is somehow related to one of those chapters. So let me add a few chapters here. Simply click on the new button here and add the chapter name. Let me add cardiology and another one, let's say neurology. So you can see a few sections here, the chapter name, neurology, and related course. So you can see the course physiology is automatically related to neurology. So every time you add a new chapter, it would be automatically related to the course. The next section is about lectures, and this section shows the today's lecture. So to add a lecture, click on this new button and it would show a page in the side pick that would automatically set up. Here you can see. Let me write a lecture name. So let's say the lecture is about neurons. Here let's fill out the rest of sections. Priority, so if this is high priority topic, I am going to choose high priority, and likewise for the rest of options. Related course is physiology. Again, the course is auto related here through the use of advanced systems. Related chapters, so we have a few chapters here already, and since this is neuron and it is related to neurology, so I am going to pick neurology from the list. And since the filter is already set up to today, so it would show the date for today. Let me show you how to use this system. So for lectures, the Notebuddy has the system called Cornel system of note taking. This system has two sections, the Q column and note column. So in the Q section you write important points, questions you want to review later, and in the notes column you write the main lecture. I have also included few sections. Let me open this page in the full view. I have added resources section where you can embed any PDF or links. Let me show you how to create flashcards. Click on the new button and page would be created. Here write your question and in the next section write your answer. So for the sake of this video, let me write a question. I'm going to write answer here. Now here you can see two additional properties as page sections. The related topic would be automatically filled because of filters. So neurons here is a related topic and it is automatically filled. But you want to add a related course here. It is important to fill these relational properties for the system to work properly. So do not discount on these. So I'm going to click on the add related course and this flashcard is related to physiology. So I'm clicking physiology here. Once your flashcard is created, it will show here. This section is strictly designed to create flashcards and not to study them. I will show you where you can study and review these cards later in this video. At the bottom is the summary section. Use it to summarize the course. Now to go back, you have two options. If you want to go back to semester, you can click here and go back to semester. If you want to go back to the course, you can click here and go back to the course. I want to go back to the course's main page, so I am clicking here. So back on this page, we now know how to use chapters and lectures. Next is homework section. This is pretty easy. You simply have to add your homework here. Add the homework title, the deadline, homework type, status, and it would show you the number of days remaining based on the deadline. So for instance, XYZ homework, the deadline is next week on Thursday. Homework type, it's a presentation for instance, so I'm choosing presentation and it shows it is due on Thursday based on the deadline. But if it is due on 8th of December, it would automatically calculate days instead of coming next Thursday or next Friday. The next section here is the view progress section or the database section. So on this section you can simply change homework status based on the progress. You can also do the same by clicking here and changing the status. So if you have completed your homework, you would choose complete. If it is submitted, and here this would be automatically changed. Review topics. So this is an advanced feature of Notebuddy and is based on spaced repetition technique. So every new topic that is created in this course will show up here. So we created neurons, this topic here under the lecture section. So now it's showing up here. But how to use it? So let's say that you reviewed this topic for the first time and now you are at moderate understanding. So when you choose the moderate understanding, it will automatically calculate days. So first review section is today and next review section would be 22. And likewise, if you change your understanding level, it will calculate dates accordingly. And here it's the board view where you can see at what level of understanding you are for the specific topic. So if the topic has not been reviewed, it would automatically fall under not reviewed yet. But if you understood it to certain level and chose that, it would automatically go under that category. Right, so that is topic review section. There is more elaborate version of this review topics in the revision pages under each semester. Next up is the weekly lectures. This is fairly simple. All the lectures that you take during a week will appear in this list, so you can review them later on weekend. So this is the last section in the courses view, study flashcards. Now I want to differentiate between review topics and study flashcards, though both are based on spaced repetition mechanism, which is backed by the science. I want to point out that review topics is mainly meant to review whole topic, while study flashcard is to review important topics included in each topic or lecture that you will take. So remember, we created this flashcard, how do neurons talk, and here you can see that we do not have answer here. So once you know the answer or you have thought of answer in your mind, just choose this and you would be able to see your answer. So based on how well you understood or you knew answer, you can choose one of these categories. So for instance, I say again, and next appearance would be on the same day but in 10 minutes. Likewise, if I choose good, the next appearance is on November 22nd, and you would be able to choose all these options. Based on your understanding level, it would automatically calculate next appearance date. Now this is the view card section, but we have another section here which is the study card section, and only cards that are due to review will show up here. So let's say we have again option here, and when we choose the again option, the card shows up here because the again means that we do not understand this card very well, so this need to be repeated today. So based on the level of understanding, this card would show up on November 19th at 10:58 p.m. So when we go in study card section, we can see that this card is again category and it has again chosen up here. So now let's say when I choose hard, the next appearance is on November 21st. So this card would not show up here because this card is not due to study today. Now if you have reviewed cards and you do not want to show them again, you just have to choose archived, and this card would show up in the archive section and would not be part of your daily study routine. So that's all for courses sections. Let's head back to semester. So on semester 1, I'm going to briefly describe the semester dashboard. So on the top we have today's lecture, and I have already explained how this works. Next is the homework section. Here you can see homeworks that are due for whole month. So right now we are in November 2022, so every homework that is due in this month would show up here. This is the schedule for your classes. So for instance, you have physiology course on Monday, choose this. Next you can choose a class location. For instance, this is online class and it is around 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So you can fill these sections, and in view your schedule you can see classes based on days. So this is pretty slick ways to have or track your classes throughout the week. Next up here is semester 1. So we have these pages, and all these pages are specific for each semester, and every semester will have list of these pages. So first up is the syllabus. So as soon as you open this page, you would be able to see few sections. We can see neurology and cardiology. These are the chapters that are included in physiology courses, and you would be able to see the listicle version here. Here you would be able to see the physiology, which is the course, and all the chapters that are included in course. Now here all the topics that are included in neurology would show up here, but I can see that this neuron topic that should be included in neurology is not being shown here, and the reason is that I forgot to add the related chapter here. So it is important that we fill out the related properties for this system to work properly. So as soon as I added neurology as a related chapter for neurons, you can see that this list is updated. Here you can see all the topics based on their priority. If the topics are medium priority, it would show up here, likewise for low priority. And I believe this section would be very important to review topics based on their priority level. Next up is the lectures. Pretty easy to understand. This view is for today's lecture, so all the lecture that you took today will show up in this section. This is for the whole week, so lectures for whole week, pretty self-explanatory. This is for the whole week, so you can see lectures. I added these two lectures on 8th of November, and today we added this lecture, so it's showing up here. It is pretty good way to have an overview of what you studied whole month. Next up is the homework. Every homework, assignment or presentation that is due to submit would show up here, and this is to show what is due to submit this week. This is based on courses and this is based on homework. Let me add a few courses, for instance. Type it's group project. Here you can hide all these properties just to keep the page clean. Related course, so it is important that you add the related course. So for instance, homework is somehow related to some course. So for instance, if this homework is related to physiology, I will choose that. So it's simple based on courses. For instance, once you add the related course, here I added the related course. So in the courses view, we can see the physiology homework is due on November 19th. Revision page. So this page is one of the important pages of Notebuddy, because on this page you would see different sections that are important to help you understand and memorize topics. Let me start by explaining this first topic. On the top it says progress at a glance, and you can see two courses, demo course and physiology. So all the courses that are in any semester would show up here, and you would be able to see what understanding you have for a certain course based on how many topics you mastered in that course. And I would show you that this percentage changes as you master more and more. I will come back to this section later. Next is enter revision hub. This section is a cute little reminder for you to optimize your environment for maximum learning. Next is review section. So this is one of my favorite section. Whenever a new topic is added, this topic shows up here under the topics to learn, and this by default would have not reviewed yet status. Now if you have reviewed this topic, you can choose basic understanding, and this would go automatically to basic understanding. Now if you have reviewed this and now you are at moderate understanding, choose this, and this would go here, and you can see a few examples already. As explained before, you would be able to see automated dates calculated on your understanding level, and this is the archive version. Once you have reviewed the topic and do not want to study it anymore, you can just archive this, and it would show up in the archive section in the list form. Flashcards to review today. So like we discussed before, the flashcards to review today is the section that is specifically meant to review flashcard. Any flashcard that is due to review today would only show up here. If you want to see all the flashcards, you can either go to topic section or to the course section here and see the view card. Because let me unarchive this, and so you can see it in the view cards. So all the cards that are active will show up in the view cards, but specifically if you want to study flashcards, only flashcards that are due to review today would show up in this section, and we do not have any flashcard to review today, so it's not showing up here. Next is the review topics based on courses. This is pretty much same as this topic, but here you can see topics that are based on the courses. So in physiology we have neurons topic that is at basic understanding. So like I mentioned before, this would change based on understanding. So in physiology we have one topic and we are at basic understanding, so like 100% of topics are at basic understanding. So if you would have more topics, and for instance if we have 4 topics and 2 of them are basic understanding, this progress bar would be at 50%. So it is pretty easy way to know your understanding and track your progress. The last one here is the exams. So on this exams page you can see different sections. Our first one is exam state. Here you can see 2 databases, midterm exam state and final term exam state. Both are filled the same way. Simply add your course name, your midterm exam date. For instance it's on 26, and this will calculate the number of days remaining. On the right you can see scorecard. This is called view scorecard section or view grade section. This section is fully automated and will calculate your score based on that data that you input here. So you can see your middle term scores, your GPA, your grade, likewise for final term grades, final term GPA. Here we have another section, midterm and final term. So I want to differentiate between the both. This one is to add exam date for the individual course, but this one is to include an end date and a start date. So a start date is, for instance, was on October 30th and end date was on November 4th, and this would be automatically calculated. You do not need to calculate these. So this is the last section on this page, and it says input your grades. You would add the scores that you achieved in the exam. Here you can add the total score I achieved. For instance, I achieved 80 scores and the total scores were 100. Next is the exam weightage, and let's say exam weightage is 80%, and this is the score of assignments. It is more likely that you would have more than one assignment in each course. You can add those assignments here, add the score obtained, total scores, their weightage, and calculate the final score. So for instance, there is assignment 1 and there is an assignment 2, and I obtained 30 marks in assignment 1 and 35 in assignment 2. Total scores for both were 40, and the weightage for both were also 20%. So here I can calculate, I can take the sum, and this is 32.5. so total score that I obtained in all the assignment is 32.5, and total score here was 40, and the percentage of all the assignment is 20%, that is counting towards final grades. So the final score that I achieved in this demo course is 80.25. Here we are at the main dashboard, and you can see the first section. This is widget heavy section. The next up here is the navigation bar, and the first section here shows your current semester. So whatever semester you are studying in would show up here, and this would additionally show the number of days remaining for your semester to come to end. That is why this is important that you include an end date while onboarding. Here you can see courses for all the semesters. This is for lectures, this is for homework, this is to view your scores, this is to bookmark and important stuff. This is the notification center, so you can toggle this on and off. Here you would be able to see 3 different sections. This is to remind you if there is any homework that is due today. This is to show you an exam if they are coming soon, and this one would inform you when it is time to go to onboarding page and update this main dashboard according to your current semester. The next one is the task list. Here you can add all the tasks that you want to complete today, or you can even assign deadline to those tasks. Here it is a simple table. You can manually add your classes, your days, time and location. This is habit tracker card. Here you just have to rename your habit and check mark those, and it will calculate your progress. This is the quick links. Here you have bookmarks, habit tracker and digital library. Digital library is an easy system to use. You can take your own time to review this section. This is habit tracker page. Here you can see your habits for the whole week, and this is for the whole month. So that is pretty much it. So that's all folks. I have tried to explain as much as I can in this walkthrough tutorial, but if there is something you haven't understood or you are confused about, you can always contact me through links that I have given on the main page of this Notebuddy system. Here you can email me, or you can also contact me on Twitter. The final thing that I want to mention, very end page here is the neural engine. You do not want to modify this page because this whole system is built up on the databases in this page. So if you modify any of the database, it can affect how this Notebuddy system works. So that's all. Thanks for watching tutorial.